On my screen right now is a snapshot of the revenue I've generated so far in my consultancy biz over the last few months. Now, I have multiple channels that I work with. I connect with leads on Instagram and Twitter. I run Instagram ads, have a YouTube channel, obviously you're watching it right now, but I attribute most of my early success to a single one, which is running cold DMs to lookalike audiences on Twitter. Now, you might be thinking, there's no way that cold DMs still work. Is it even a thing? And you'd be right. A lot of business owners, coaches, consultants, agency owners, they're all sending DMs. Good news is they don't know what they're doing, which means there is a real opportunity right now for people to do it the right way. Take Yusuf, for example, signed a 7K client for 6 months plus equity with this strategy and some of the others that I've taught him. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exact strategy my clients and I use, and I'm going to be sharing it with you by sending cold DMs to lookalike audiences on Twitter. Then, once you have all the information, it's completely up to you to use this stuff, which is often a lot of people's worst distraction, and turn it into a ticket to your dream life. I'm on my X profile or Twitter profile or whatever you want to call it, but what I'm going to be showing you is exactly how I choose a lookalike audience from, if you're a coach, creator, agency owner. I'm going to show you exactly how I lookalike audiences. I'm not going to automate the process. We're going to keep it as human as possible. Obviously, this is more of a manual process, but the manual process actually works a lot better. You can either do it manually or you can get a setter to help you with this, but this is the best way that I found that works. And then we're going to go over the strategies and scripts to seal the deal, follow-ups, all that kind of stuff, okay? And this is going to help you sign clients in the DMs and add a minimum of 3 to 4K MRR to your business pretty much instantly. If you get free clients on this, it's 1,000 each or how much you charge. But I was charging for this model, I was charging like 250 a week GBP, which turns out to be like 300 USD. And that recurring weekly revenue is really, really nice. So we're just going to go straight into it. So first of all, what I do is I find lookalike audiences. For example, I do have a couple of big creators follow me. Francis, for example, has got 15,000 followers. And what we'll do is just go through his follower list and just start engaging with people that could be similar, like a PT. If you're a coach, you want to be coaching PTs, you want to look for people that actually look like they have funds, they're doing quite well. But you can probably pull like 10 to 15 people per section. Okay, so once you've kind of found someone, for example, Francis is a good one if you're targeting creators. Dev, for example, who has 10,000 followers and he has a sales background. So he's a good candidate for people that are interested in sales, marketing, stuff like that. He'll have a lot of people following him. Grant as well, sales, online biz, ideas, like that kind of stuff. He's another good one for lead generation or just marketing in general. I would add him to the creator section. There's so many good people. Luke Alexander, also a sales guy. You've got Audrey Lowe, who is a good creator as well. She's building a coaching biz and obviously coaches will follow her because they're interested in doing the same. I'm not going to show you exactly who has been in my DMs, but we're just going to go with some DMs that I've showed you, some live examples, really straightforward on what I do. So we found our lookalike audiences. We've got Audrey Lowe, we've got Francis, we've got all these different types of people. We're going to add them to just a document on Google and we're going to know exactly who they are. And I'll show you what that doc looks like just after this section. So make sure that when you find people, you just use the search tool, right? Or you can go to lists and you can find people that way as well. So for example, I've got people that I want to collab with on stream or whatever, daily engagement list, stuff like that. This could be a bunch of creators that I'm interested in or have, spoken to in the past. Aaron Will's a great one. He'll have loads of coaches and creators following him. Great example and a super, super cool guy as well. Logan is a good ghostwriter. He may have ghostwriter people following him as well. There's just a bunch of cool people on here, right? Let's go to messages and we'll just check this out and show you how the flow works. So we're not going to make it too much of a technical video because as you can see, it's literally find a lookalike audience, find someone who resonates with your clients, and you can just kind of audience hack your way to success. Okay. There's no real groundbreaking stuff here. It's just super simple. For example, just open, this one actually followed me and I noticed she also followed one of my competitors, or, other people doing something similar. What I did was I was like, hey, Kai here, appreciate the follow. I noticed you do this stuff, amazing leverage. What are you working on? This project consumed my life, blah, blah, blah. In my day job, I work as a growth and innovation consulting director. She's doing some other things. She almost so told me straight away what she wants to do. It's like the plan is to pivot into helping founders go from idea to validation. I just mentioned a couple of things I said. So what I did here was I proved my competence, right? you might like this. I took an idea to 100K a year in 29 days without a product. I sold before I even built a single thing. The cash collected is my validation. And she's like, that's awesome. Did that last month, called the crowdfund method. Will you build it? Blah, 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 blah. It's been built now. I love it. I was looking at some ideas to validate too. And it's literally what I'm telling you guys right now. So just did exactly that in my tweet, reached out to 30 to 50 people. I thought that she had really good leverage because obviously you want to work with people that you know you can get results for, or help at least get results for, or at least help them achieve their desired transformation, whether that be helping them get to 10K, 50K, 100K, right? So I just resonated with her in the DMs. It's like, you know, I suffered with imposter syndrome. I struggled with this. Like, I just kind of resonated with her. And then let's get into, you know, the LinkedIn stuff. Yeah, okay. And then I just showed her a screenshot of one of my clients who's closed a 45K deal in 7 days. That was huge. She read a bit about my stuff, scrolling through my tweets. I knew that she was interested in a model because otherwise she wouldn't be following someone who's similar to me. I showed her my website and my funnel. She's like, I wish I saw this earlier. I literally just paid for a coach a few days ago. Let me digest a bit. Who are you working with? She said that person. And then I mentioned that her focus is mainly inbound and newsletter. We teach that too, but we actually get paid more and charge more. Sounds like it's more your thing. One gets you there faster. She asked me, obviously, how do you charge, which is a huge buying signal, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Let's see if I can close this in the DMs. She saw my prices was 300 a week. I was like, yeah, it's 250 a week, cancel anytime. I just said, you know, come in, get scaling. If you don't like it, you're free to leave anytime, get to keep everything we put together for you. That was May 16. And then could we do a call? I was like, I just sent a voice note saying, hey, look, I don't do calls. It's either like, you know, you want to go for it or not. I'll send you more information. She said she's done some case studies, but she'll still get clients. She's actually inside my program right now, and she closed her first 1.9K deal in like 3 weeks. And then she's just about to close a 9.7K deal as well. So she's doing very, very well. That's like her first 10K in the first month, which is great because she's already got some really great experience that I believed I could leverage. And I was like, this is going to be great. One more question. I was just answering objections, asking objections. Do you provide guidance or playbooks on fulfillment? Everything, how to fulfill, scale, retain. You won't get this anywhere else. Mindful of budget. She's committed to her current coach. If we pulled the trigger, we can at least 2x the investment within 30 days with a client or two and be in the black. I was like 100%. Pete did that earlier today. One of my clients did that too. Just more competency. Obviously, the conversations go a little bit longer because you're kind of having like a mini sales consultation inside the DMs, and you're kind of doing a little bit of coaching. But if you got into coaching and you didn't want to do coaching or like consulting, then you know this you should just get off this video. I just said you need to put in the work in and listen to everything I say, and she's like, I can do that. I was like, good. Here's the link. Onboarding call link. Once done, book your onboarding call ASAP. Is there a catch? Just seems too good to be true. Not saying it isn't, but I've been burned before. I was like, nope, no catch. This is the first run of the program, so it's priced like this. Once we filled these last 5 spots, I'll bump it up to 6K for 12 months access. There's no contract, no commitment. Will I be able to start the payment cycle on Monday? It's like, yeah, you can start on Monday, no problem. Once first installment is cleared today, that will secure your spot. She just says I'm ready to start. Okay, let's do it. Like after a bit more consultation, let's do it. Here's the link. Let's go. Shoot me your email address. I'll add you to Slack. And she paid. Like, you know, we got a lot of work to do together, and I just sent her all the onboarding information as well, and she's in Discord in my program, crushing it. Josh, who's a creator consultant, but obviously you can see what the structure is. It's like, see what they're up to, see what they've been working on, and see if they're actually a fit for you. It's kind of flipped it the other way around. I was like, look, just do everything I say, and you'll get results. Obviously, your approach may be a little bit different than mine, but it's very, very simple. And I'll break that down in a document just after I've showed you a couple more DMs. Oh, well, I mean, you can say here, you can see it right here. I mean, as if it isn't loading, but, you know, Josh is like, would I be able to think about it? It's the same structure, guys. Like, get back to you in the morning if that all aligns. If that's all good. Are you asking permission to think about it? He's like, I'm going to think about it. It's like, nah, fuck it. Like, literally 2 minutes later, let's do it. I'll do the payment in the morning. And then he paid straight away. Then payment link came through, paid and booked, you know, welcome to the firm. And then we kind of become friends, right? Like, it's really cool. So Josh is another one. There's just a bunch of people that I've done this with, just to give you an idea. Now we're going to go over the structure, like more like how that looks from a DM perspective. So we've covered so far lookalike audiences, you know, how the actual DM script looks like, or the kind of structure. I keep it kind of loose, as you've noticed, and I don't really stick to a script. But if I had to make one, I'm going to show you exactly what that's going to look like. Okay, so this is the chat sale guide, and we're going to be making the framework right now together live. You've seen how it works on the front end. Let's just go over quick how we do it on the back end. And we're going to just write it in step by step. Step 1 is obviously lookalike audiences. So number 2 is obviously the sell, you know, DM them. from a warm perspective, as if you kind of already know them. We're trying to build trust here and position us as the best solution. Hey name, noticed you follow. So basically make it out that you also follow that person, right? So for example, Francis or whoever I was looking at. Hey John, noticed you follow Francis as well. What are you working on? Okay, that's your opener. Simple. When you get positive, you can be like, that's great. Are you looking to grow that? Where you're at right now? Okay, and then the next one is obviously why this works is because you found a pain point. Okay, and it's time to dig a little bit deeper. And why this works as well, here's like, we're not forcing people to engage here. We're just looking to see if we can help them. And if we can, we pitch our solution. If we can't, then we move on or suggest another option. So, that's great. Are you looking to grow that? Where are you at right now with the biz? It's their decision to work with us. It's their decision to work, like to go ahead or not, right? And then they respond with something like, hey, yeah, trying to figure this out right now. I'm not sure where I'm at right now. I'm at 5K a month. I want to get to 30 in the next X amount of time. How does that work? You can just be like, okay, well, firstly, what do you feel seems to be holding you back? Achieving goal. We obviously want to just like reinstate exactly where they want to be and where they want to get to. And obviously we can find a pain point as to why something's holding them back in their business. If we can help, we move to the next step. If we can't, then we just, find someone who can, or just, don't help them, right? Because there's no point. If you can't truly help, just end the interaction. Don't continue talking. And obviously we want to find the low-hanging fruit. So the low-hanging fruit, you could be like, what kind of results are you looking for in the next 30 to 60 days? That kind of opens things up a little bit, because obviously we want to go from point A to point B. It's a certain amount of time. That could be very important to them, and we will need to find out why. People want quick solutions, so we obviously want to give that to them if we can. But if we can't, then also fine. We can end the conversation or show them something else. And then we just kind of find the gap where they are now and where they want to be. How close are you to getting there in your current state? Like obviously in between, like show some personality, show some humor, go back in this video and watch the DM examples I showed you. What kind of, add your own personality basically, right? And then now it's time to kind of pitch. So what you can do, you can be like, okay, great. So you want to achieve goal in time frame. Sounds realistic to me. What I can do is, so you can either go two ways. If you're confident enough, you can follow the process to actually closing the DMs. What I can do is, you can follow the exact pitch I did in the previous one, or you can actually get them on a call if you're not confident doing DMs, closing in the DMs. That doesn't need to happen every time. Like you can still use sales calls here. Just depends on your confidence level. If you're more advanced and you know how to sell and consult in the DMs, just use the previous framework. If you just want to get on sales calls and just get the reps in with sales calls, and you prefer to sell on a call, absolutely fine. There's no right or wrong answer here. Just the ultimate goal is to collect cash and deliver fantastic results, right? So what I can do is put a few strategies together and go over them with you on a call to explore how I can help you get there. Sound fair enough? Once they agree, ask their time zone. Don't ever send the calendar, by the way. Ask their time zone and pitch 2 calls, 2 times. Great. Looks like I have time 1 or time 2 on the calendar. Let me know what time works and I'll lock us in. That's basically the script, guys. So you find the lookalike audience. Step 1, make a list of similar creators, coaches, or consultants, or like agency owners, or B2B, or SaaS guys, or whoever you want to sell to, VCs, equity firms, whatever. DM them from a warm perspective. Opener, hey name, notice you follow creator as well. What are you working on? When you get a positive reply, message 1, that's great. Are you looking to grow that? Where are you at right now with the biz? Message 2, firstly, what do you feel seems to be holding you back from achieving this goal? Message 3, what kind of results are you looking for in the next 30 to 60 days? Message 4, how close are you to getting there in your current state? So we qualify, start bridging the gap, right? Start bridging the gap. and setting, making the call happen. How close are you to getting there in the current state? Very important. Message 5, okay, great, so you want to achieve this goal in time frame. Sounds realistic to me. What I can do is put a few strategies together and go over them with you on a call to explore how I can help you get there. Does that sound fair enough? Once they agree, just ask their time zone and pitch 2 times. Great, looks like I have time 1 or time 2 on the calendar. Let me know what time works and lock us in. Book and confirm they have got the call. Perfect. So that is the simple script that I use to sell in chat and set calls as well. If you want this guide, comment the word guide and follow me on X or Twitter or any of the socials inside my platform there, and just DM me the word guide and I'll send you this guide. Okay. So that is exactly how you can sign clients in the DMs for your coaching business on X. If you apply everything I've said in this video and do it consistently, you will succeed. I gave you everything you need to get better and better. All you need to do is put the reps in. I understand that it's time consuming, but trust me, it's so worth it. If you have an actual business and can provide the market with something that it really wants, you will be successful. That being said, if you want me to come into your business and work with you side by side on a private one-to-one level and add a minimum of 20 to 30K MRR to your coaching business or consultancy biz in the next 16 weeks, then just click the link in my bio and I can help you every step of the way. As always, thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.